So here we have a dev that is called Turnbuckle Hearts. So it's a visual novel. So let's see. Doesn't have a date this game. Okay. It's about wrestling. For as long as I can remember, I knew the ring was where I belong. The roar of the crowd, warmth of the lights, the adrenaline that kicks when you stare down an opponent, the sound of music hitting when you step through the curtain. Eddie. Fast cash Eddie Sampson. Who's ready to make some money tonight, huh? Eddie. Listen to this ovation. Fast cash Eddie Sampson as regional legend, a showman, and the man this crowd came to see tonight. That's right, Vargas. Cash is king, and the king's about to give this rookie a reality check. That's right, Cash is king, and the king has arrived. The excitement of the fans, their voice shaking the arena. These are the things that call to us, what make us do what we do. You think you got what it takes, kid? When you step in the ring with Fast Cash Eddie Sampson, the price is always more than you can pay. Oops. This is the dream match, the chance to stand against the superstar. This is the night I prove I'm more than a rookie. The night I prove I belong. Face? You overdraft your last check, Fast Cash. Haha, who even pays with checks anymore? Looks like the rookie CJ Lightning has some thunder in his belly and something to prove. That's just indigestion. Eddie's gonna wipe the floor with him. Do you even know what you are doing? You look greener than the inside of my wallet. An attempt to psych me out? Does he underestimate everybody face, or he's trying to get in my head? Welcome everyone, we have a real spectacle tonight as the great Fast Cash Eddie Sampson returns to the ring to defend his title against a young up-and-comer CJ Lightning. Spectacle, writes Jim. It's like watching a kid climb into the ring with his hero right before they knocks his teeth out. A little unsolicited advice, Junior. Life in and out of the ring is all about choice. Choice? What is he getting at? Some of those choices pay dividends, while some make you fall flat on your face. Speaking of, rush in and attack wildly? Quick save? Play it cool. She is showing patience here, circling Ed, not giving the veteran opening. Oh great, now he's stalling. This crowd didn't pay to watch a kid tiptoe around their hero. Don't fall for it, say Fox, he wants me to sleep, but I'll make him show his hand first. Are you hoping that I fall asleep? You're not gonna win if you keep your hands in your pockets. Actually, it's kind of working. Yeah, those are definitely contagious. I told you not to overload on coffee in the morning, McGraw. You always crash during commentary. Like I say, some shots will pay off, some will cost you. Wait a minute, are you trying to help me? Kid, I didn't leave the dream by fight dirty for loose change. I invested in the future early, and now I'm cashing in. Like I said, choice range from inconsequential to world ending. It's up to you to decide which choice is best. For the less obvious choice, you are looking for subtle clues. Keep your head on a swivel and your eyes on the prize. Now I'll give you one more lesson. Look at that. Eddie Sampson throwing his arms up into what he calls the bank vault stance, locking it down. Even a fool knows not to swing a fist at Eddie when he's taking his signature stance. Trust me, Varg, I'll learn that lesson the hard way. It's time to act again. What to do? Drop kick out of him, sidestep and suplex. First let me only... I put text speed fast. Only lower a little bit here the sound volume. Sidestep. Easy does it. Now's not the time to go over the top. I'll keep a little distance and go around him. Lightning didn't fall for it. The hook kept his cool. Beginner's luck. Eddie's just setting him up for the real lesson. Don't speak too soon, Bob. He sidestepped Eddie's defense. There we go. Suplex. A suplex. What a move. Eddie Sampson is down. Could this be the upset of a lifetime? No way. Don't tell me the kid about to cash in. Now's my chance. Lightning goes for cover. 1, 2. He's got him. 3 days. 3 days is like what it says. Did I win? 3 days since you have done your chores. What the? Where am I? CJ, rise and shine. We are dreaming. These shorts aren't going to do themselves. You have been slacking the past 3 days. Just like that, the dream shattered and reality came calling. This Master Hill, my sensei, my guardian, and the closest thing I have to a father, a drill sergeant at heart, and, without question, the sworn enemy of sleeping in. Shorts, but I had him. I was up against fast cash Eddie Sampson in the ring. I almost had him. The only thing you pinned lately is your shits to the bad boy. For now, your opponent is this mob. From glory to grunt work, I guess I was born to be in for a rude awakening. Wasn't expect it to be a mob though. Respectful. Is our master so respectful? Sorry, Master Hill, I'll get it right to it. That's my boy. Regardless of what I say here, I don't think I'm getting out of doing chores. Master Hill hands the mop over to me, despite any level of hesitance I have in accepting it. Go cleaning the area. Nick's got a head start on you. Shop shop. As I walk into the training area, I see Nick carrying out his duties earlier than expected. Hey bro, sleeping in today, huh? This is Nick, he's basically my brother. I spend more time with him than I do alone. He's loudly flashy and has a talent for turning anything into a spectacle. I had the usual dream I'm having lately. Yeah? Who was your opponent this time? Oddshock Hank Drummond? The Iron Ox? Clown Nose? Eddie Sampson, I was holding my own against him too. Now that really sounds like a dream. Guy's a legend in the ring. He's got defense like a wall of iron. Yeah, I dealt with that even in my dream. You think Master Hill could take him? That's hypothetical, doesn't even make sense. Well, keep dreaming bro. One of these days you might just wake up and find yourself standing across from him for real. That Nick always gives me a hard time, but underneath the jokes, he believes in me, maybe more than I believe myself. Ha, super funny. You don't get to superstardom by catching Z's, and if we don't get this place clean, Master will be too busy wiping our butts to worry about a hypothetical fight with Eddie. Way to kill the mood, Debbie Downer. Tell me what. I bet if we team up, we could take him. Just as I'm about to shush Nick, Master Hill turned the corner. Oh, is that so? Master Hill, he was talking about Eddie, not you. Yeah, what he said. You mock my intellect as well as my vital acumen? Fine, drop the cleaning tools. Uh-oh. Master Hill, time to remind you brats that your master isn't some relic collecting dust. Oh crap. And just like that we were squaring off with Master Hill, our mentor, our guardian, and a man who was about to kick our butts just to prove a point. Come on CJ, we can't take the old man. We've watched so many wrestling videos. I don't know if that matters. Master Hill takes a stance that beckons us to come at him. I'm going in bro, pray for me. Wait! It jumps like that. Nico plants his foot and charges forward. Too late bro, commitment mode. He didn't even hesitate, he never hesitates. One day that's going to get him. Here we go, yeah! Nico leaps in the air, winding up. Master Hill anticipates Nico bravado and easily sidestep. He catches Nico's arm and flips him flat on his back. Okay, ow. Didn't expect him to still be this fast. You might want to try something different, bro. Master Hill now looks in my direction, seemingly beckoning me with his eyes. Watching wrestling videos doesn't make you restless. Now, CJ, your turn. Oh great, thanks for this, Nico. Master Hill had already dropped Nico like it was nothing. Now it was my turn. His stance was calm, perfect. I couldn't see a single opening. He's also fast, he's like a blur. How do I approach this? Of course, Nico way, of course not. That will be stupid. Because he went against the master like crazy, didn't even think. Eddie. Time to lock it up. I put my forearms in the style of fast cash Eddie Sampson, but he's cracking the safe. It's working. Even Master Hill can feel threatened by a superstar aura. Just as my confidence swells up, Master Hill quickly kicks a broom up into his ass and cracks it against my forearms. Ah! Ouch, what the? As I recall in pain, Master Hill drops me like a sack of potatoes. You mimic the moves of others, but I've no mastery over them. See where that gets you? The words sting as much as the broom handle. Oh, hey bro, let me introduce to the floor. We've become good friends. He threw me down so fast I have no idea what happened. Just as quick as Master Hill dropped us, he toggled back over to his merciful self and extended both of us a hand, pulling us back to our feet. One moment a merciless storm, next a steady hand. That's Master Hill, equal part sensei, guardian, and slave driver. That's enough for today, don't let it bruise your pride. No one masters this craft in a single night. Every mistake, every fall, every bruise, they all deposits. One day they pay off, but only if you keep practicing, only if you keep showing up. Whew, another fast cash reference. I knew your old sensei kept up with the game. It hurts to smile. Nick winced and doubled over in pain, myself equally worse for wear. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger, right? That's one way to look at it. You know, spare strength is in the ring starts with discipline outside of it. Finish your shorts. Acknowledge our defeat with a power mop and broom like some sort of reverse trophy. Marcel leaves the room striding away like he didn't just floor 2 wrestles moments ago. With the training session over, we were back to sweeping floors and stacking mats. You know, bro, I'm not gonna be here forever. I've got big plans. Yeah, like what? The big league, spotlight arenas, crowd chanting my name. The old deal. I want to see myself on the marquee, headlining shows people actually pay to see. Nick always joke around, but underneath it, he dreamed even bigger than I did. Pretty bold for a guy who just got fooled by Master Hill in 2 seconds. Hey, that's a bribe. Every great has to start somewhere. Even Eddie Sampson wasn't born with all 7s across the slot machine of life. Whoa, when did you start using metaphors? I'm being serious. GJ, don't you wanna see your name in lights? For once, he wasn't teasing. He was serious. And hearing it out loud made my own dream feel like little more real. You know, these dreams have been been getting more and more frequent. Going to toe without shots off the ring? Oh yeah, oops. Hearing that from Nick confirmed my conviction even more. Maybe we weren't so different. Maybe I want it almost as bad as he did. You do? So you also want to test your skills against the titans they show on TV? Oh yeah, fast cash, clown nose, even the guys at the very top like Behemoth. You surely didn't hit your head on your way down from Master Hill's throw? Well, maybe a little. Still though, all this training and perfecting our moves, what good does any of it do us if our only audience is the stupid mobs and trained dummies? Strength. Hey, I agree with you, but for me, I'm more into it for the chance to test myself. Oh boy, you sound like Master Hill Jr. While your answer is boring, I'm happy that you agree at least. I'm serious. If you can hang with the best, then all this training means something. That's worth more to me than a flashy entrance. Pfft, yeah. Just don't expect me to say no to a flashy entrance when we do make it. That was Nick, always chasing the spotlight, always dreaming big, but underneath the jokes, I knew he meant it. And me, I wasn't sure yet which path I want to chase. Glory? That is more fame, like that, or straight, maybe both. But for now, we had to find glory and straight in cleaning a dojo. Race you to the bathroom. Loser has to scrub the porcelain. Oh, I'm not losing this one. We'll see about that. We quickly leave the training room, eager to avoid that task. Kids and their dreams. We got through our showers well into the evening hours. We put so much sweat, equity into the task. It felt like training. During the dinner, Master Hill seemed to have a lot of in his mind. There was an uncomfortable silence around the table for quite a while. Always good to fill the belly up after a long day's work. Yeah, gotta love food. You know, I think I had first dates with less awkward silence. You boys talk big about the future, but do you even know what separates a wrestler from a legend? Winning? Flash style, you know, stuff like tossing money around like Eddie Sampson. No, wins fade, style gets forgotten. But every so often, a match burns itself into the memory of audience. Why? Because in that moment the wrestler calls on something deeper than muscle can provide. Deeper? Adrenaline sharpens the mind. The roar of the crowd pushed the body past its limit, and sometimes, if a fight has the will, that surge ignites into Sophie peak. Master Hill has a lot of history in the ring. He rarely talks about it though. He's more of a show than tell type of guy, usually. Sometimes the pressure forces a fight to strike with something beyond themselves. That's when a finisher becomes more than a move, it becomes elemental. Elemental? So what, like lightning bolts and fireballs flying around? That sounds pretty sweet. Don't cheapen it, boy. It isn't a trick. It does sound like a bit like magic though. Not magic, it's resonance. Fire, lightning, wind. I've been face to face with it all. Come to think of it, I've seen these effects occasionally seeing the wrestlers on TV. I thought it was all camera tricks, special effects to hype the crowd, but hearing Hill say it made me wonder. Can you do that stuff, Sensei? I've seen enough, done enough to know it's real. That's all you need to know. Good night, boys. That's our Sensei, gives a little morsels, but still keeps you hungry for more. I know him pretty much of my life, but there is much more to learn, it seems. I don't know if I'm more confused by what he was saying or his reason for saying it. That was a lot to chew on, and I'm talking about the dinner. What do you think he meant by all this? Who knows? You'll find out the hard way, I'm sure, we always do. Alright, I'm turning in. Night, bro. Night. I knew I would have thrown sleepy tonight. Elemental finishers, lasers, resonance. I didn't know what any of it meant for me, but I knew I wanted to find out. That night sleep didn't come easy, and when it finally did, it didn't feel like rest. Darkness, a ring but no rope, stretching into infinity. The crowd is faceless, a low hum that sounds more like thunder than voice. Lightning? You know not what it is you chase in season, but inevitable you must strike. What? I felt weightless, but my chest was heavy, like something was about waiting to break loose. Hesitate and storm pass you by, strike and the world remembers. The mat beneath me rippled like water, arcs of pale light racing out from under my feet. The hands shook, not from fear, but from something building inside, begging to be released. The figure across the free ring takes shape, blurred, shifting, impossible to define. Each step it makes the roar swell, the air crackling with unseen energy. I don't know what any of this means. What should I do? Strike. As I take a wild swing at the figure, only for it to vanish the moment I touch it. A strike without purpose won't strike through. You aren't ready yet. A blind flash arcs from above, a thunder crash, swallowing everything. When the thunder calls, there is no refuge. The storm swallowed me all, and then I woke up. What the? And if it was hesitate? I freeze, fist clenched, siding on defensive play. You can't sit in your inside forever. Wait long enough, and you'll be struck down. Okay, so basically saying that you need always to be the first. The storm swallowed me all, and then woke up. What the? I woke up out of breath, sweat clinging to me like I'll run 10 miles. I felt like I'll gone a round or two in the ring. Am I training in my sleep? Why couldn't Master Hill wake me from that dream? Feeling absolutely betrayed by my bed, I decided to leave the room. Even though my dreams shook me awake a little early than normal, Nico was up and bright-eyed as usual. What's up, brother? Getting a head start on the day? The dreams got me before Master Hill did. Brutal. Who was your opponent this time? What was my opponent even? I'm not really sure. Hard to say, it was kind of ghost-like and shifty. Thanks, CJ. Sounds like you are battling something in your head more than foes in the ring. Hey, now, am I the only person under this roof who has weird dreams or something? Weird dreams? Bro, you should hear the ones I get. Last week I was suplexing a hot dog in front of a sold-out crowd. I won, by the way. Not really what I had in mind. But hey, maybe it's your head telling you something. Speaking of, the old man was striding out of here with purpose earlier. Master Hill isn't here? This was unusual. If Master Hill wanted peace and quiet, he'll usually send one of us or both of us out on errands. Nope, he was gone before I even finished my stretch. Didn't say a word either. Where do you think he went? I don't, maybe you went to get a giant hot dog for me to wrestle. Metal Granter of Dreams. Add that to this long, mysterious resume. We joked, but I did feel a little something in the pit of my stomach. Master Hill doesn't leave the dojo often. This could be something big. The dojo door cracked open. The sound of footsteps echoed into the room, cutting the silence like a knife. Sounds like he's back. Hey, stop shaking. Your nervousness is getting contagious. I'm not shaking. Master enters the room, his eyes sharp, holding a single sheet of folded paper in his hand. I don't see any Frankfurters. Now I'm nervous. Boys, this came across my desk this morning. An amateur card in town, and they are looking for fresh face. I got the bands from the unexpected words fresh face. That means hookies. That means me and Nico. Wait, you mean? I put your names forward, both of you. If you want to prove yourselves, this is your chance. Our first real match? Not training, not shots, not dreams. A real audience, a real fight. So eat well, rest up, and be ready. In 2 days' time, you step into the pit for real. No way, thank you, Sensei. Master Hill sets the paper down on the table, gives us one last look, and strides out without any another word. Not that our senses want to play jokes, but seeing the fly on the tail made it all the more real. Titan Gate Ascension Wrestle presents the Yard Trails. Whoa, that's not just some local scrimmage, bro. That's TGAW. I heard that name before, the Titan Gate Ascension Wrestling, the biggest federation in the world. The pit was just the dirt floor we train on, but this was the first rung on their ladder. The pit is wrestling parlance for being at civilian level, unpaid, no glory, no medical staff. Any match you have is unsanctioned and is little more than a glorified street fight. Local tag team showcase, win advance to Tier 2, the Yard. The Fly even used the same slang we did, Tier 2, the Yard. Yes, even TGAW figured it was easier to speak our language than dress it up with fancy branding. It goes without saying that the guys on TV are at much higher level than us, but Tier 2 shows way more promise than the pit. The Yard is where wrestlers actually have match. Bro, that means us. If we win this, we are wrestlers. Actual venues, actual crowds. My head spun, one flyer, one opportunity, and suddenly the dream felt like it was standing right in front of us. All we had to do was reach for it. Don't get ahead of yourselves with fantasizing. You are already losing daylight, which means training hours. Marcel's footsteps were quieter this time. Seems he can adjust the volume of them to fit the mood. Oh god! Surprise attack! Marcelo, I didn't even hear you. Man's got scary ninja footsteps. Maybe our sensei should throw his hat in the ring too. I'm a retired boy, and if you are that easily startled, I could sign the mop instead. The class Master Hill, not letting our excitement get away from us. If you're done gawking at flyers, get to work, daylight burning, and you'll need every ounce of it. You got it, coach. And so we did. The rest of the day blurred into sweat, slumps, and heel barking corrections. Every musk screamed by the time the sun went down, yet I couldn't shake the fly from my head. The chance, the stage, the weight of it all. That night exhaustion dragged me under fast, but the ghost was waiting for me again. Darkness again, the endless ring, no ropes, the faceless crowd buzzing louder than ever. In arm which with the thunder yet again. I knew this place, the storm, the hum, the weight in my chest. It was waiting for me like a rival ready to challenge me. The blurred figure stood across the ring, same as before, but this time it presented a more menacing appearance. Why do you summon me here again? What do you want from me? The question isn't what do I want from you, the question is what do you want from you? The words rattled through me like thunder itself. What do I want from me? I didn't even know how to answer. I just want to prove I belong, that I'm not just some kid with dreams bigger than my reach. The figure creeps closer towards me as it comes into focus. Lightning crawls up into its frame, burning away the blur, and then I see it, my jawline, my stance, my eyes, glowing white, alive with sparks. Then stop running, stop doubting. You are not in the storm, you are part of it. I stare back, but the ring stretched on forever. No escaping this. Just me staring at a version of myself I didn't recognize, or didn't know was part of me. When the thunder calls, only lightning answers. What are you trying to tell me exactly? Before the replica of me could answer my question, while light engulfed the crowd, the arena, and finally the two of us, everything disappears in a crash of thunder. The sound still rang in my ears even after my eyes snapped open. The sheets clung to me, soaked with sweat. My heart once again was beating at a wild pace. That thing in my dream, it was me? I didn't know what it meant. I didn't know if it was a warning or a promise. But one thing was certain, the end of the storm was nowhere in sight. If I knew what Master Yi would say about the dreams I've been having, his answer to it would probably be to train. That being said, I should probably follow his advice since I got my wrestling debut tomorrow. I spread bow as I enter Dodge. As I look up after bowing, I see Nico, always 2 steps ahead of me, with Master Hill, although he looks different. Nick, what the hell is that? Talking about the sweet mask? I'm wearing this bad boy to the ring. Call me Nico Viento, Master of the Air. While you were sawing logs, I've been gaining mastery over my lucha moveset. Master of the Air? You look like you lost a bet at the customer shop. Love all you want, bro. Tomorrow the crowd will remember the name Nico Viento. Classic Nick, while I was busy wrestling phantoms in my sleep, he was turning himself into one. A mask won't make you a luchador. Discipline will. If you want to earn a name, make sure it's with your wrestling, not with your wardrobe. Discipline, check. Wardrobes, double check. This is gonna be an interesting debut. What's with the name change and the mask? How are you gonna get famous wearing a disguise? See, that's where you don't get it, bro. The mask isn't a disguise, it's a statement. It's a tradition, mystery spectacle. The crowd doesn't want just another face, they want a hero, a legend. Or they want to know who they are actually cheering for. They will know the name, Nico Viento. The wind itself doesn't need a face, it needs to move the crowds. If you spend half as much time on holds as you do theatrics, you might actually last around tomorrow. Nick was about sometimes, he has enough confidence for sure of us, though maybe the bravado will help us somehow. As ridiculous as this performance is, Nick isn't entirely wrong. Wait, what? Master Hill validate Nick's words? There is a first time for everything, I guess. The stage requires a surname. They won't take just CJ or Nick. If you want to step into the ring tomorrow, you need something official. Huh, you hear that? While you were doubting me, I was already thinking ahead. Nico Viento, Master of the Air, ready to march into battle. I hate to admit, but for once, Nico had a point. A goofy mask wearing point. Currency, no. Brotherhood, discipline. Brotherhood. Hey, about CJ, how about CJ Whirlwind? Oh, stand up to your best, bro. I don't hate it. But then again, win's kinda my thing. It will work if we were tag team partners though. True, but what makes a good sandwich is ingredients that complement each other. Nobody will ever ask for a jelly and jelly sandwich. Leave it to Nick to bring the food-based wisdom. Or mashed potatoes and mashed potatoes. I'm not gonna be CJ Gravy. How you know I was going to say that? Come on, it's brilliant. Will you probably get a big pop during Turkey Rumble? You too, Master Hill? Okay, so that wasn't the best. Discipline. What about CJ Hill? Oh, no. I'm flattered in ways I didn't expect it. I just thought, you are the reason I'm even here. And that is precisely why you shouldn't hide behind my name. Master Hill? I've been training you to stand on your own 2 feet, not to hide in my shadow. You have earned the right to be seen as yourself, take it. I gotta say, I agree with Gramps over here. No offense, Sensei, but if you walk together with that name, I'm gonna start picturing brooms and mops instead of main events. I can cancel the match and sign up for a deep cleaning of the crawl space if you wish. Boo! So, currency? Everyone loves fast cash Eddie Sams. How about CJ Dollar Sign? Bro, how are you going to live up to that persona? Your bank account balance needs to end in zeros, not begin with them. I'm investing my future. With full skull, perhaps. Sensei. Eddie Samson shows a name that reflects what he vows. Neither of you have the means to be flashy. Don't remind me. So, no money gimmick? Yeah, until we are rich, let's not pretend we are. A wise decision. None of those felt right. I wasn't looking for a gimmick. I was looking for myself. My mind drifted back to the dream, the endless ring, the storm, my double staring me down with those glowing eyes, lightning crawling over his frame. When the thunder calls, only lightning answers. Lightning. Huh? What? CJ Lightning, that will be my name. Oh, badass, got quite the ring off to it. Actually, I can't believe you thought of it all by yourself. Funny thing about that, I did. The name came to me like a decent thunder. The name chose me, more so than the decision was my own. Lighting, bold enough to be remembered, if you can live for it. Well then, CJ Lighting, looks like the world just got its newest tag team, Nuclear Viant and CJ Lighting. Bro, we sound unstoppable already. Unstoppable, huh? We'll see about that. Your train begins now. Oh no! The newfound confidence was clear enough out as Master Hill puts us through the ringer yet again. Master Hill has no patience for things like pageantry or fancy titles. All that matters right now is whether or not we are on the floor. Unfortunately, for us both of us were. This punishment continued for a few hours. Whew. Is it possible for your pain to have pain? I'm hurting all over. That's for sure. That's enough for today, boys. Can't have you stepping into your wood battered and broken. I save some strength for tomorrow. Wait, mercy? From Sensei, put this one in history books. Master reaches into his G, pulling out a folded envelope. He drops it on the bench beside us. Walking around morning. Go get a meal that isn't from my pantry. Clear your head. No getting drunk before your big day. Be back by dawn. All sin, heal, and outbrew is short. Even wisdom in small dose. But cash, that was a first. You are giving us the night off? Why? I put you through many challenges, and you faced them head on. You boys are special more than I've given you credit for. Nick snatched the envelope of money like it was gold, grinning ear to ear. Money! Sweet, sweet money! Consider it a reward or investment. Either way, don't waste it. That envelope looks pretty thick. Why so much, Master Hill? These tunics are no mere garment. They are the same uniforms worn by my sensanis before. They represent years of tradition that extend so far back into history. They predate my birth by at least a century. Well, I guess I didn't know that. I better not bring up the time Nico spilled chocolate milk all over his G and use this sash to mop it up. First stop on your itinerary, the mall. Go pick up some new clothes. Your uniforms are for trading and battle, not for gallivanting around town. Some new threads. Sweet. Don't mind if I do. Thank you, Sensei. I admit it feels weird wearing something different. This has been what I've worn for what it seems like all my life. Remember, discipline doesn't end when you leave this dojo. Carry yourselves with respect. The world is watching now, even if it doesn't know your names yet. Nick's already halfway to the door, waving the envelope in a celebratory fashion. Respect, got it. Full court, here we come. Nick was probably bouncing out of his boots from excitement, and maybe I couldn't blame him. For the first time, we weren't just trainees. We were rookies about to step into something bigger. Is this the calm before the storm? Maybe. Maybe even a little storm. Literal storm. If my dreams are any premonition of what's to come, time to put the doubts and worries of mine on the back burner. Though I don't want to be a giant bummer for Nick. No dark clouds hang over our heads tonight. Nick and myself took a bus to the mall. One of the things Nick told me he dreamed of was getting a sweet ride. Unfortunately, while the cash Master Hill gave us was a decent chunk, it wasn't going to buy us better ride than public transportation. Regardless of the means of a voyage, we made it to destination. Ah, home sweet home! Home sweet home? Yeah, man, this is my home now. No more sweaty dojo for this guy. I don't think you can live in a mall. You smell that? That's not mop water or sassy aftershave. That's freedom, bro. Freedom and cinnamon pretzels. To Nick, the mall was more than a shopping center. It was a kingdom, a food court throne, a clothing rack battlefield, a delight on all sense. Did you actually count the money? This envelope is going to fill itself when it's done. We are here for clothes. When did you become Captain Buzzkill? Hey, maybe that should have been your wrestling name. Don't worry, bro. We'll get the clothes. Maybe hit the food court, massage share them. This was supposed to be a simple errand, but with Nick steering, it was about to be a circus. We begin to pursue different offerings of shops around. The amount of options don't disappoint. Discount Shoe Galaxy? Definitely in our price range. Zig, zero interest guarantee? Well, they are certainly right about that. I have literally no interest in this store. Good thing they don't sell masks. You'll clean out the whole shop. I didn't buy my mask at the thrift store. I think it's time for Nico VM to steer this shop. No clothing from a place with discount dollar. Or please don't shop here in the name. Sensei, you won't want us walking around in hacks. Lecture. Well, just keep in mind, the more money we spend on the clothes, the less cash we have to party. I'm picking up what you are putting down. I shall heed your words, are all wise and fun one. Sometimes I wonder if Nick actually listens to me, or if he just hears certain words. Either way, I figure party was the silver bullet. Nick led us into a store where the moment we stepped inside, we were hit with pounding bass and neon lights that made me feel like we were already in a nightclub. Is it me, or is the music loud enough to cause permanent hearing loss? It's called atmosphere, bro. You will not understand this fashion. I didn't understand mostly because I couldn't hear him, but Nick was already lost in the racks, pulling things out and tossing them over his arm like he owned the place. I started to look around while following behind. I wasn't much of a fashionista myself, so I just grabbed stuff that looked practical. After a while we met back up in dressing rooms of each of us carrying our picks. Nick was the first to try out a new ensemble. I leaned against the wall outside the dressing room. A few moments later, Nico burst out like it was a runway show. Behold, Nico VM, future champ, master of style, breaker of hearts, more like breaker of wallets. Are you planning on walking the red carpet today? The first thing you do is dress the part, the rest will follow. Fine, my turn. I stepped into the dressing room, swapped out my training clothes, and came back out in something simple. A tracksuit with sweats and a t-shirt, particularly comfortable. But what the hell is that? More training gear? It's comfortable. Yeah, because it's same crap you wear all the time. So what? If it works, why change? I just say the first thing you do is dress the part. You dress the part to go for a jog. You could join the old ladies around here for a mall walk. He wasn't wrong, but I wasn't giving him satisfaction. Hey, not everyone needs to look like a disco ball to stand out. Jealously noted. Don't worry, the world can have room in their hearts for both of us. The stylish one and his track-suited sidekick. Oh great. Well, what's next on the agenda? Officers leader. Food, young squire. A lot and lots of it. Oh boy, I can't wait to have my wrestling debut in a food coma. Come on, let's pay for the new threads. We'll wear them out of the store and break them in early. You got to call to pay for that, and Nick slapped the cash down like he was paying off a mortgage, not simply buying a couple shirts and pants. Keep the change, kid, you just witnessed history in the making. That will be $75.82, and you are still a couple dollars short. Okay, maybe it's just kidding on the keep change thing. Got any coupons actually? If you weren't still technically wearing shoes, stores, merchandise, I will be distanced myself from Nick. The embarrassment is contagious. I had to block the rest of exchange between Nico and the cashier out of my brain, especially the part where he started asking if they had payment plan, like he was financing a car instead of sweatpants. Bags in hand, we made our way down to the mall concourse. Nico strutted like he was already on a runway, stopping to check his reflection in the shop windows. Look at this, sharp button down, perfect fit. I'm walking like light real. The fans are gonna eat this up before I even eat the ring. Pretty sure the only ones eating are gonna be us. Speaking of, Spell eat us before we even saw the size. Fry, grease, sugar, and a dozen different chaos fighting for attention. You have arrived at food court. Behold the kingdom of culinary delights. A feast fit for the beauty and leisure awaits us. The food court didn't need a Nico as a hype man. The rum was doing the job, though it didn't hurt. We might have to return this close after and move up a size. Nonsense, we have been training for like 10 hours straight. It will burn right too. So what are you having? I'm okay with... Before I could even finish my thought, Nico quickly marched up into a counter, slapped a handful of bills next to the register. Give me one of everything, my good man. Our tummies demand variety. We have burgers, fries and soda. What rival do you speak of? My nose foretells tales of tax, pizza, chow mein, all manner of wondrous cuisine. Those are other shops. We only make burgers and fries. Well, this presents a dilemma. We don't need to eat all full court, Nico. See, bro, you need to be part of the solution, not part of the problem. How about you grab us a booth and let Taskmaster take care of the business? Oh, okay. I also left to go stake out a booth. I had a feeling trouble was on the horizontal. You still want the burgers or no? Don't be draft. Of course I do. Start frying them up. I'll be back. Nick starts rolling through the cafeteria like a tornado, living up to the Masters of Wayne moniker he bestowed upon himself. He seemed to develop a system on the fly. You'll run past each counter, yell, give me everything, and circle back to pay when the food was ready. You'll think he's done this 1,000 times, based on the sheer technique. As time continued to pass, I began to worry about what that meal would be too much. Nick left nothing to chance. His FOMO wouldn't let him skip a single restaurant. And just as my worries culminate to a favorite pitch, I heard Nico. Behold my creation! The tray hits the table with a thud. The amount of burgers, pizzas, sliced steak, shumai, and pretzels teetering like it might collapse at any second. What is that? How are you supposed to eat that? It doesn't seem like too much to me. Are you kidding me? It's food demon. As I spoke truth to reality, the food pile shifts, a burger burn falling to the floor. Suddenly the whole heap lurched forward, forming arms of greased fries and a torso of stacked pizza slice, its eyes glowing like twin jalapenos. Oh my god, it's alive! Well, I don't think that's on the menu. As I see Nico's face change, the focus of my concern shifts more toward Nico than the greasy golem. Finally, a worth adversary. Step aside, bro. I got this one. Quick, pass my uniform. I reached into our shopping bag to grab Nico's G. Even had his mask stuck into his belt. I threw him at him. He reached into the air to catch it. Let's do this. Wait, Nico. Are you serious about to fight the big pile of food? Not just any pile of food, bro. It's the calorie crusher. Father figure business model. Father figure? You gave it a name? What? Is it your child? Calorie crusher Vallato does have a certain ring to it. Looks like Nico is eating his rebellious thin face. Nothing a little spirit won't fix. As just like that, Nico began to lock up in the most fearsome foe of the food court, the Calorie Crusher. Calorie Crusher moved first, slamming a pretzel limb into the side of Nico's face. The crowd of very confused shoppers gasped in horror. Not bad, but your dough is too soft. Nick picks up the beast made of food and slams him into the nearby table, breaking the table in half. Slice of pepperoni rained down like confetti. This is what it means to be Vienna, to face every dish head on. This is disturbing. Nick hops onto the table, gestures to the crowd, saying he's going for a big move. The Cloud Crush gets back on his burger, burns 4 feet, anticipates Nick's assault, moving out of the way as Nick goes for a high drop kick from the table. Nick crashed on the floor, wheezing in pain. My back! The Cloud Crush loomed over him, fries crackling like fingers of doom. It raises a burrito overhead, ready to end the match. Nick, look out! Hey, you forgot one thing, Crusher. You can't stop the wind. With a burst of energy, Nico keeps up, snatches the burrito out of the monster's hand and bites in half. The Crusher heals back, Nick sails through the air, prepping a big move. You are Shiwi, but I'm Shiwer. What does that even mean? You'll see, bro, just watch. Beyond the vortex. He spins through the air like a cyclone, tearing through pizza slice and noodle arms. I don't know where he learned this move or how he pulled it off, but the way he moved through the air was otherworldly. With a spinning wheel kick to the face of the Calorie Crush, he reduced the greasy mass that stood before us to docile pile of showy came. Silence fell over the food court. The food court was such a mess, it resembled a landfill. Shoppers there, somewhere a kid started crying, but Nick stood tall. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is how you wrestle dinner. The cashier from food court walked over to us quickly with purpose. I stood to address him early, knowing exactly what he was going to say. We are barred from this mall forever, aren't we? Yes, very much. In fact, minute, go. What? But I want fair and square. Out now, before I call security. And just like that, Nico Viat's career as full court champion and in disgrace. No trophy, no encore, just two of us walking out with grease-stained bags and the lingering smell of Chow Mei in the air. If only we live in a world where glory was based on the defeat of giant food monsters, we won't ending our night in the mall parking lot. Yet, here we are. Totally worth it. What was our winnings? I took a peek at our shopping bag containing our wallet. I cracked the wallet open, which now felt much lighter than we started. We have $10 left, thanks Calorie Crusher. Well, since he told us not to get drunk, now we can't. Leave it to Nick to bankruptcy into a silver lining. $10 between us, grease on our clothes, and a mall barn to our names. Some the boot this was turning out to be. Alright, bro. We have conquered the mall, but the night is young. Where to next? Someplace quiet, somewhere we can actually hear ourselves think. Beyond a few blocks, the neon of the mall fading behind us. Eventually we found it, a small corner bar, dimly lit, barely half full. No chaos, no calamity. Just a place to sit, breathe, and maybe talk calmly for a change. Well, I'll say this place suits you, bro. Quite understated. Looks like they sell cheap drinks. We want cheap drinks. Your food demon pile drive most of our wallet. The bar was dim, lit mostly by glow of neon signs and motor TV in the car. The air smelled faintly of old wood or pretzels. Simple, honest, unpretentious. On the other hand, cheap drinks build character. If you are going to be started one day, we should start with humble beginnings. Pretty sure humble beginners don't involve wrestling Xiao Mei in front of our 5 children. Hey, it's all experience. First the full court, next the ring. Everybody teaches something, right? Nico said it like a joke, but it landed heavier than I expected. Tomorrow wasn't just another shore or a spare with material. It was real, a match with something on the line. It brought up a lot of memories and thoughts, how we got to this moment. My brain really started to spin. You just gonna stare blankly to space, CJ? Or you gonna wanna, like, sit somewhere? Right, sorry. We had further in and grabbed couple stools. They are kind of sitting that make you not want to sit there for a long time. What will be? Nothing fancy, cheapest thing you got on tap for both of us. Living large tonight, huh? The bartender doesn't smile, doesn't frown, just nod on and adds to taps. He fills the glass so like the half-confessed surface tension is the only thing keeping the beer inside. He sets them down with a dull thud. You seeing what I'm seeing, bro? It's radiant. Look at that color. That's not beer, that's liquor ambition. It's practically glowing. See how it kisses the rim? Not a drop wasted. That's precision. You are getting emotional. I expect excellence when I see it. Sir, whoever you are, this master craftsmanship. You don't just pour the beer, you sculpt it. Please don't propose to him. I'm serious, that's kind of commit to the tell this industry needs. I don't accept compliment as a payment. That will be $9. Well, I guess that will be our 2 drinks tonight. Let's make them count, keep it change, my good man. Nick slaps the rest of the money on the table, all satisfied with oozing up every penny of it. Yay, a whole dollar. I can retire now. The bartender saunters off while Nico raises his glass. To tomorrow, our first real match. May our opponents be uglier than us, and the crowd louder than Master Hill when he finds dust in the dojo. We clink glass, the first sip is cold, rough, and exactly what I expect. Nico drinks like a celebration. I drink like I'm trying to keep my nerves down. I thought about Hill's words, about the storm in my dreams, about the Eddie Samps, about the names we gave ourselves, like I was downing a lot more than just a light beer. You ever wonder how we got here, Nico? You mean the buzz that smelled like cigarettes with a hint of vomit? Not the actual ride to the mall. I mean, from where we start to sitting here about to debut. All the time, bro. Feels like we've lived 3 lifetimes already. You feel nostalgic, Sophie, or is this the nerve sitting here again? Maybe a combination of both. Well, we are at the bar. Since we are here, why not unload? It wasn't wrong. My mind started drifting, pulling me in several different directions. Hit me, bro. Childhood. You remember when we used to spare out behind the dojo as kids? No rules, no rings, just swing until one of us give up. Yeah, I always won. You always claim you won, big difference. Of course, everyone can win like that. Come on, admit, even back then, we were trained for this. Didn't matter if it was with busted shoes or no mats. We were already wrestlers at heart. That's how it always been, not just French brothers, always testing each other, always chasing the same dream. And soon it won't just be a hot art, it will be for real. Damn right, bro, we are doing this. Think we got enough training in? Enough training? Bro, we have training since we could throw a punch without falling over. If we are not ready now, we'll never be. You say it much confidence. It's almost made me forget my doubts, almost. And if not, we'll just make another angry food monster fight us. Great. Our path to glory, carry on shoulders of the calorie crusher. Hey, a win is a win. That's Nico for you, reckless, ridiculous, and confident, but in a way, it makes you believe it too. His energy has always been infectious. Pretty cool of Master Hill to let us go at out and have fun, huh? Yeah, I feel suspicious though, like he's planning something. Extra charge maybe? You ever wonder about his past, like he was actually sharpie for us? Did you already forgot how bad he kicked our ass? He's probably seen all kind of action. True, nobody moves around like that unless they have been in the ring. Think he's got closet full of trophies and belts that he doesn't even care about? I don't know, it does beg the question why he doesn't still wrestle at all. Well, he's kinda old. Old maybe, but when he moves it doesn't feel like age ever caught him. More like he stepped out of another time, carrying secrets we are not ready to hear it. Secrets or not, if you got a closet full of belts, I'm still one to wear tomorrow. Yeah, let me know how that goes when he body slams you through the dojo floor. He'll never talk about where he came from, but when he thought, you could feel it, like you were only scratching the surface of what he knew. Secrets or not, he's the man who always took care of us. I don't know how you'll pay back a debt this size, but we owe him. Maybe if you eat big in the ring. Eat big, huh? Yeah, maybe that's how we pay him back. Show him all the bruises were worth it. Once Nico didn't crack a joke, and in that quiet moment, I knew we both felt the same thing. Master Hill gave us more than we could ever pay. Tomorrow was our first step toward trying. I just remember that we were kinda in the heat of action at that moment, but I never asked Nico about his crazy kick move. I just remember back to the fourth court, the kick you pull out, the what do you call it, Viento Vortex? Where the hell did you learn that? Made it up on the spot, bro. You saw it worked. Actually, I don't think it was improvised. It definitely unlocked a memory. It was one of my earliest Nico memories. I was at the park and I was getting bullied by some kids. I did have some hours of training with Master Hill under my belt at the time, but I was small, and they did have an element of surprise, not to mention they were big little kids. I was on the ground, I was hit in the head by something. My vision was hazy, probably from the impact. Why don't you get a new change of clothes? Those racks stink. Maybe we should kick him for hurting our nose. Good idea. I put my hands to protect my head, but just when I began to prepare the worst... Hey, scumbags! I'll never forget Nick came charging like a hurricane in sneakers. He spun, jumped, and somehow turned all that case into one clean strike. The bullies went down in heaps, screaming like they just been hit by a truck. Freak! He fights like a psycho! The bullies make a quick tracks behind them, fearing that kick like that plague. You alright, bro? Let's get you back on your feet. Thanks, Nico. I could have taken them though. Don't worry about it, bro. We are a team. Even then, he said it like it was obvious. Like two of us were already the dynamic duo. You have been pulling that kick since we were kids. Saved my ass back then. Damn, forgot all about that. Guess I've always been the wind under your wings, huh? He was right about that. Even though I didn't want to give him too much credit, this incident was by no means a one-off. Or the gusts that knocks me on my face. Hard to tell sometimes. Hey, either way, you are still standing, bro. Flashy, reckless, ridiculous, that was Nick, but when it mattered most, he was there always. Man, from dumb kids to dojo slaves to food court champs and more real wrestlers. He said it like a joke, but the weight of it sat heavy between us. Tomorrow, it was just another day, it was the day everything changed. As the glass bottom became more visible, so did my impending fate of tomorrow. It started to get late, it was probably about time to cap it off. Well, Dick, should we cheers to tomorrow? To the R, to Tier 2, to Nick Vianta, CJ Lightning. Let's just make it through tomorrow in one piece. Despite my session to Nick overconfidence, we raised our glass. Deep down, we both knew that the winds of change will start blowing, with the gust starting tomorrow. Alright, well, let's get out of here. The guys emptied the night wound down, and the quiet walk back to the dojo felt heavier than any training match. Tomorrow the real fight began. Morning came, and for the first time it felt like forever. I slept straight through the night, no thunder, no faceless crowd, no cryptic version of me staring back, just silence, and when I opened my eyes, it felt lighter. No restless nocturnal energy haunting me, just me, Nico, and the weight of today. Finally a good night's sleep, which meant it was time to face the world. Boy, you are fired up. I was starting to think I'll have to drag you to the match in your pajamas. Not this time, today's the day. Look at that. Bro is fresh as daisy. No under eye bags today. I trust you that you both had a good time yesterday. The trials and tribulations starts now. Do I dare bring up the full court fiasco right now? Yes, they start today. No shenanigans yesterday, none at all. This poker face has more cracks than the dojo walls, but he didn't press. Maybe he already knew, or maybe he was saving that lecture for later. Good, then save your strength for the ring. Once you step outside this dojo, you carry not just yourselves, but our dojo's tradition and history. Do not forget that. Sir, yes sir. Nico Viet, master of the wind, ready for action. And CJ Light, ready to strike. Then he said, gather your gear, the pit awaits. So master, you gonna be ringside, cheering us on, maybe hold up a big sign that says, go Nico? The pageantry has no place for me. My party's on, it's your time. Spread those wings and soar. What? No foam finger, no cowbell, tragic. That master is always keeping his distance when it comes to the spotlight. He works in mysterious ways, but somehow I think he'll still be watching. Remember, discipline first, bravado second. Step into that ring as wrestlers, not boys. That's all the cheering you'll get from me. Not even the smallest bit of glory chasing? It's fine. Marcelo gives a faintest nod, his version of standing ovation, before turning away. That was a good ass blessing from him. Alright, well, should we make it official? What do you mean? Just watch. Master of Wind Nico Viet joins the team, chasing the horizon. Whoa, that was cool. Can you do that again? Sure, bro. Again! Bro, it's not gonna be cool if I keep doing it over and over. Alright, you win. And with that, we were off. The bus ride felt shorter than usual, city buzzing louder than I noticed. Maybe just me, knowing that this was it. The pit will still be behind us. The yard, our chance to prove ourselves, was waiting. The bus eased to a stop and we stepped out, following the low hum of gathering crowd toward the building. The van wasn't glamorous, just a rented gek hall with a screen set up in the middle, bleachers on both sides, and the faint smell of popcorn and sweat in the air. But to me, it was just, well, could have been a tier 5 Colosseum. The crowd wasn't huge, maybe 100 people at most, but they were loud, chants, stomps, kids waving handmade signs. For once, we weren't just trainees mopping the dojo floor, we were wrestlers about to make our debut. And we weren't the only ones. The place was packed with hooks like us, all chasing the same dream, all fighting for the same chance to climb out of the pit. Looking at them, I knew one thing for sure. Most of his face will leave tonight disappointed. Look at that. Look at them all, bro. Chasing the same dream as us. Too bad we don't all get to advance. That's kinda dark coming from you. Hey, reality check. If it's not us, it's somebody else. I'm not about to let it somebody else. As we spoke, my eyes wandered. A female wrestler sat a few benches down, lacing up her boots with laser focus. Dang, bro, you got good taste. She's cute. Oh great, Nico caught me looking. Nico, I think we need to focus on the match. Marcelo will give us a long speech on distractions right now. You kidding me? My game face is on, brother. You are the one with the wandering eye. Hey, nothing wrong with a little motivation. Maybe you'll carry your weight in the ring now. The Uma grappler looked our way, probably overhearing Nico's extremely loud voice. Nico, now you have done it. Relax, bro. She doesn't look annoyed with us. She glanced over, smirked just enough to let us know she heard, and went right back to lacing her boots. Well, that was about as smooth as a gravel road. Thanks, Nico. Not sure if that smile was approval of Pete, but either way, if we don't make it through today, we won't be seeing her again. I hope she'll make it to tier 2, even if we didn't. You can fake me when I carry our butts to the yard. What's our game plan then? We don't know much about our opponents yet. Game plan? Easy. We are faster, faster and better looking. We just go in there, do our thing and the crowd eats up. That's not a plan, Nico, that's a sales pitch. As I was quiet Nick, we heard an event promoter taking the microphone. Welcome, future warriors of the ring, to a Titan Gate Essential Wrestling event. The mere mention of the name of the fresh causes shatter to stir among the crowd. The wrestlers around us leaned forward, eyes shining. Anyone could tell there was a lot of passion for this sport in the room. These are biannual tag team based career builder event. Every one of you came with a bud. If you win your match, you get a contract with TGAW. Now we are talking. There is an even number of teams here today. Everyone is matched up, which means all of you will be moving onto tier 2. All you have to do is win your match. Alright, we got this in back, bro. I thought we'll have to fit everyone here. To be honest, it was somewhat right. Getting tier 2 didn't seem overly difficult. On paper, one match, one win, and you are in. But if that's simple, why did veterans talk about the yard like it showed people up? Despite the name, it probably is no picnic. Easy, Nick, we haven't won yet. Nick just smirked at me like he already had the championship belt under his arm. And now the match-ups are set. The first on the card, Team Spark vs Steel Brothers. The rest waiting near the stage horror, some slapping each other on the chest, others just smirk with confidence. My stomach's twisted. I knew we'll hear our names soon. And the third bout of the evening, Sigilette and Nico Viet vs the Ultimate Shadow Ninjas. The crowd here whispers rippling like wind through the bleachers. A few even cheer at the names. Clearly people knew them. Ultimate Shadow Ninjas? What? Were the regular Shadow Ninjas already taken? Joke aside, listen to that reaction. They got following. We better not take this lightly. To a split second I pitched myself flat on the mat. The crowd cheering their names while Nico and I drag ourselves out of the ring. The thought hit me harder than I want to admit. Nico leaned closer, grinning like a schemer. Then it's recon time. Keep your eyes peeled while the other match go on. I'll sniff these guys out, see what they're up against. For a moment I thought about the throw Nick will get into sniffing around the other team huddles. I'll go with you, we got a couple of old matches before we are up, let's make this quick. If Nick was right, this was our only window to size up the so-called Ultimate Shadow Ninjas before we had to face them head on. Nico and I drift toward the sideway, even past a few wrestlers stretching or psyching themselves up. That's when we saw the two figures in black G uniforms, masks pulled tight. Even for this, there is no mistake as Shinobi. There they are, the Ultimate Shadow Ninjas. Before we could get any closer, a voice cut behind us, smooth but sharp enough to make me freeze. Yahoo's take a wrong turn? We turned to see a man leaning against the wall near the locker room door. He looked like belonged anywhere but here, which made him stand out even more. Just scoping the competition. Cut, picking on your options, think it will help you in? The man straightened up, brushing invisible dust off his sleeves like he had all the time in the world. His eyes never left us though. Hate to break it to ya, but the shadows don't show their tricks in the daylight. This surveillance, if you even want to call that, won't pay off. You could see Nick's temperature begin to rise as he clenched his fists. And who exactly are you supposed to be, their babysitter? The man smirked almost like he was amused. Let's just say I've been around to block a bit. I can spot talent. You two look like bums who have been wrestling garbage cans. So do you work here or you are just hanging around to heckle? My name is Nefarious Zeke. The people, unfortunately enough to call me Fred, call me Ziggy. You may use the ring name. Oh, that's nice. And what in the world kind of name is that? Does he make rap music? And as you were so curious about, my proteges. They probably walk the poison path, present discipline of zero integrity grappling, trademarked by the way. So this guy is their coach. That will explain why is it accepting us. It won't make much sense for him to be antagonistic out of nowhere, but I guess you never know. Zero integrity grappling? Pfft, figures. You look like the kind of guy who will trademark bad ideas. Not as bad of an idea as that mask. Nick froze caught between ripping his mask off in anger or doubling down to defend it. But before he could, Zigo was already walking away, calm, casual, like he weren't even worth another word. The silence he left behind hit harder than the insult itself. It's a good mask. Well, that went well. So much for reconnaissance. Stretching would have been a better use of our time. Nick was still reeling from the comment about his mask. I had to admit this nefarious Zeke knew how to strike weak points without even throwing a punch. Before Nick could get another word out, the sound of the bell rang through the hall. The great match was over and another voice cut in, calling the next teams to the ring. Oh crap, let's go. Right. And now for our third contest of the evening, CJ Light and Nico Viet versus the Ultimate Shadow Ninjas. The crowd erupted, some changing the ninjas' name, all buzzing about the rookies. My stomach twisted, this was it. A few moments later, we found ourselves in the middle of a ring. The crowd, even if you can even call it that, wasn't very excited about us. Nico handed out a few high fives before entering the ring, but that's about it. Ready, bro? I know to Nick as he turned a smile. We waited to see what these ninjas were like up close. And now the copyright by their manager Tier 2 wrestler Nefarious Zeke, students of School of Zero Integrated Grappling. The hell is Dojo gets a plug right now? The Shinobi of Poison Path, Ultimate Shadow Ninja, Genji, Kurokawa and Dave. Yes, one has that name and the other is Dave. The lights dim just enough for two smoke bombs to go off at the archway. Chaos rippled through the crowd. The ninjas stumbled out, hacking through their own cloud. They struck a dramatic pose anyway. The kids in the crowd went wild, shouting "Shadow! Shadow!" like it was the real deal. Meanwhile, Nico and I got nothing. No music, no smoke, no props. Just our names and the sound of sneakers squeaking on the floor as we walked to the ring. Really? Smoke bombs? What's with the names? Dave? Dave? Of course. Despite coughing feet, they know how to make an entrance, kind of. Genji swung his plastic katana in wide arcs, nearly clipping Dave in the head. Dave didn't even flinch, he just shuffled forward, scratching at his mask like he couldn't breathe in it. The crowd still roared, eating up. The shadow strikes swift, and no more feet shall fall before our blades. Yeah, what he said. And there were in the background, leaning against the post with his arms crossed, was the calm, collected, not even acknowledged the shears, like he already knew how this was going to end. Genji ran into the ring, climbing on top of Turnbuckle to flush a pose. He gave the crowd a look of false intensity which they enjoy, perhaps for the spectacle more than fighting powers. Dave, however, wasn't in such pleasure. He walked at a leisurely pace to the ring, also appeared to be sneaking potato chips into his mouth from a bag he took it into his outfit. It was easy to say what was more mismatched, their names or their energy levels. Ultimate Shadow Ninjas seemed to be a cosplay show gone wrong. Maybe the chick was meant to mislead us? Bear witness, mortals, tonight the Shinobi of the Poison Path reigns supreme. Supreme, like the burrito combo. Shula grabbed one on the way. They gave us a bow before heading over to their corner, where Ziggy stood outside the ring, waiting for the victory he almost certain of. Nick seemed to be uncharacteristic, out of sorts, probably holding on to some animosity towards their coach. I knew what I had to do. Nick, I'll take the point. I'll tag you in short, okay? You got it, bro. The bell rings. I scored against Gage, the pressure of going first being a real palpable feeling at this point. Soon as I put my hands up, Gage launched a full-fledged assault. He sprang forward like a man possessed, arms flailing in straight shots, shouting, "Yeah!" with every swing. The crowd loved it, half cheering, half laughing. I ducked under the first strike, the second circling fast. He was just playing dress up, his moves were sloppy, but there was intent behind them. Out of my corner of my eye, Dave was still shearing sheep, leaning on the ropes like he was born a spectator. Go team! Gage's first shot with it so wide it nearly spun him around, but he snapped back into his stance with deadly serious, eye blazing through the mask. Watch the arms! CJ is throwing wild, but if one connects, it will sting. The crowd started a scatter chant, "Ninjas! Ninjas!" Some cheering, some mocking, but all it loud enough to transcend mere background noise. It was now part of the match. Prepare yourself outside, the shadow will carve you defeating the legends. Huh? What? Genji pressed forward, his shots coming fast, each one a little closer than the last. The crowd's laughter was turning into a steady rhythm of cheers with every swing. My back brushed to the ropes, time to make a move. Hip toss. I hit on the next shot, hooked Genji's arm, and with a surge of momentum set him flying over my hip. He hit the mat with a thud that echoed louder than his war cries. The crowd erupted, no laughs at this time, just cheers. Oof, that's it, bro. It hip tossed him straight back to the dojo. That seemed to work out well for me. Let's keep this momentum going. Genji quick got back on his feet, ready to continue his onslaught, no doubt. Your spirit will come beneath the weight of 1,000 shadows. Well, same to you. Note to self, work on my taunting dialogue. We make a move toward each shot and go for a lock-up. It was time to use momentum to my advantage. I yanked his arm and sent him running toward the ropes. He rebounded fast, swinging wide with a close line. I ducked under, hitting the opposite ropes myself. We crisscrossed the ring, each shot passed faster than the last. The crowd clapped along, feeding off the rhythm. On the first rebound, Genji leap, arms failing in double axe chop. I caught him mid-air, locking his arms and flipping him down with a snap arm drag. Genji hit mad hole and scrambled up red-faced. He charged again while reckless, but I braced, bounced off the ropes one last time and plowed through him with a running shoulder block that sent him sprawling. The cheers were loud this time, not laughter, real excitement. That's what I'm talking about, bro. Run him over. Get up, let's see what else you got. Genji staggered, clutching his chest, his eyes dart to his corner. With frustrated ease, he reached out to slap Dave's hand. Oh man. They put the ships away, also uninterested in the action. They claim slowly brushing the crumb off his sheet. I've never been more unsure how to assess this threat. Good thing I'm not a potato chip. On to the next, bro. Ready when you are. Look like Nick shook off Ziggy's jab. That looks on his face says he wants a piece of ice. I could buy him a little more time and try to wear Dave down. He does seem raring to go though. Take. Let's put him up. I shot to our car, slapping Nico's hands. He vaulted over the ropes, waiting all day. The crowd perked up instantly. They were picking up what Nick was putting down. Alright, time for the wind to blow this mess away. He does circles around Dave, peppering with quick kicks that made the bigger man stumble. Dave swept clumsily, still shaking sheep dust off his fingers, but Nick was already gone. Bouncing off ropes, diving in with springboard clothesline that popped real big. For the first time we weren't just surviving, we were on the offense. They slowly raised his feet, making it evident that he's capable of tanking a lot of hits. I think you broke my ships. Nico and Dave take a moment to stare each other down. The moment doesn't last long as two of them charge toward the middle. Yeah! The exchange blows back and forth, the ring echoing with each strike. Nick jabs and snap against Dave's chest, but Dave answers with meaty forearms that stagger Nick back at step each time. The crowd eats it up, cheering with every hit. One side yells Nico, the other are singing with Dave, pretty much an even split down the middle. Nick wipes his mouth, grinning. You hit hard, but not fast enough. He ducks under Dave's next swing and springs onto his shoulder in one fluid motion. Before the big man can react, Nico twists his whole body, spinning around like a cyclone. He just landed tilt whirls at Caesar. The moment whips Dave off his feet, flipping him across the mat, sending him crashing hard to canvas. The crowd pops a real cheer this time. Nick kicks up to his feet, arm outstretched. We have to rise the storm. Dave slow gets back up, groaning. He shakes his head, then shrugs and wanders toward his car. With no urge at all, he slaps Genji's hand. Oh, what the hell, Dave? Sorry, I had a heavy lunch. So comes Genji. Genji falls back into the ring, head facing from early humiliation. He stomps to the center, pointing at Nico. Your storm ends here, pretender. The shadow will blot out your sky. The crowd starts clapping, sensing the pace is about to pick up again. Nico bounced on his heel, grinding ready for round 2. Nico, watch yourself, he seems different from before. No worries, bro, I haven't even broke a sweat yet. Nico darted forward, ready to trade, but Genji wasn't clowning anymore around this time. His strike came fast and sharp, a flurry of chops and kicks that actually start connecting. Nick staggered back, caught off guard. Genji lunged low, sweeping his legs on. Nick crashed onto his back. Before I could blink, Genji vaulted into the ropes, rebounded with a moonsault that landed square into Nick's chest. Gah! Genji sprang, waving his arms, soaking in the shears. He stomped down on Nick twice, then grabbed him by the mask, yanking him upright. Come, Nico. Hang in there. Come on, Nico, hang in there. With a burst of exaggerated theatrics, Genji wiped Nico across the ring. Nico hit the ropes hard, but as he came back, Genji ducked, scooped, and launched him up over with a sloppy but effective back body drop. Nico rolled, clutched his back, then spilled under the rope to the floor. Haha, now that's more like it. Let's finish this, Genji. Genji paced the ring, chest heaving, the crowd chanting his name like he'll just conquer kingdom. Damn it, I got to be ready. Nico needs the tag. Nick sliced into the ring, Genji ready and waited to take advantage of the high ground. Genji grabbed Nick by the arm, whipping him hard towards the ropes. Nick rebounded a ducked a close slide, then launched up and around and snapping Genji down with a clean tilted whirl at scissors. The crowd popped and Genji rolled across the mat, clutching his neck. Ha, down but not out. We had to rise again. He pumped his fist to the crowd, feeding off their cheers, but I could see the truth. Genji was already pushing himself back up. Too much fire left him in. Nico, over here. Yeah? What's up? Want an autograph? Nick, listen, Genji is sharing air right now. This assault is costing tons of stamina. Yeah, he fat as hell, but it looks like it's wearing him out. Tag me and I'll wear him down. When I slap you back in, hit him with that Viento Forge thing. You'll be too tired to get the back up. Nick paused, then grinned wide. Oh, a setup play? I like, let's do this, bro. Get over there, Genji. They are plotting something. Just guys start to run over, we slap hands. I jump back over the ropes into action again. Genji launched, but I could get my bearings. He shot Misa by a mile and I snapped him with a quick arm drag that grappled him to the mat. He scrambled too fast and I got caught in the drop toe hold, setting me face into the canvas. I circled him, keeping my breath steady. I started upright, swing wide again, but I ducked under and went back around. So far so good, my plan is tiring him out as he going his planet. The work will go down the drain if he tags Dave back in though. As I block spinning back kick from Genji, another idea pops into my head. Oof, nice kick. Alright, you get a little title. Sure you don't want to tag out? Never, I will my blame until I no longer draw breath. Get him, buddy. Dev, you sad sack. Stop with the damn ships. Genji came charging again. Wild but desperate, his strikes were slow now, his breath heavy, I could see it, he was burning out. His moves were getting easier and easier to dodge and deflect. He was telegraphing way in advance how this edge is going to waste. You could see their Mage Ziggy or Nefarious Zig beginning to pop a blood vessel in frustration. What is this? A damn roast? Go away! If I prepared a strike that I assume if he will finish me off, it's time to counter this thing. Yeah! He's throwing everything into this one, need to step him up for the Viento Vortex. I have to make sure it connects. I caught Genji's arm and slung it toward the ropes with everything I had. It was more moment that I had in my mind. They came off rebound like a runaway train. I tired Nico as fast as I could. Now Nico. Sure. Nico got up to Turnbuckle and launched himself toward Genji, aiming for the quick moving target. Viento Vortex! But Genji ducked a last sec. Nico sailed past, landing on his feet, but barely stumbling forward. They missed it. Crap, sorry Nico, so that wasn't the best choice. Ground him. Okay. Gotcha! Slamming hard into the mat with Spinebuster that had the ring. The crowd gasped in the impact echoed through the hall. Genji was briefly clutching his back and with sheer stubbornness forced himself up to one knee, then two. He was on his feet barely, his legs were shaking. Perfect, the setup can't get much better than this. I ran to a corner, slapped Nico's hand and shouted, "Alright, Nico, do it!" Got it, Nico vaulted, Genji in his sights. Viento Vortex! Nico spotted in the air, twisting into a cyclone of motion. His boot whipped around in a blur, cracking Genji across the jaw with a Stormborn kick. Yeah! Genji crumbled, sprawled flat on mat. The crowd went crazy. They probably didn't expect to see that kind of move in a mature match. This was it. This was the moment people remember. No, Genji, get up! The guy was seeing stars, Nico hit him clean, Ziggy's commands were falling on deaf ears. Genji was out cold, staring at the lights with no hope of getting back up. Nico stood over him, chest heaving, the crowd chanting his name. The audience was out of their seats at this point. They caught a bad case of Nico fever. They were shouting Nico. Those who were in silent disbelief at sight of that kick. But instead of dropping down for the pin, he turned to me with a grin. Go on, bro, you take this one. First I hesitated, he'll hit me big move, not me, but then I saw it in his face. This was about hogging the spotlight. It was us, about the brothers debuting together. He walked over to me and slapped my hand. I gave him a nod. As he crossed Gage's chest, looked at the like 1, 2, 3. The bell rang, the crowd exploded. I couldn't believe it. Arctic stood out of the pit. The bell was still echoing through the air, the moment hanging in the air. When Ziggy slid on the ropes, his face was twisted in fury, eyes locked on me. Wait, what the? Poison Flurry, yeah! Before I could even raise my guard, his palm struck me in the chest repeatedly in an endless flurry. Every hit felt heavier than the last, a numbing burn sprayed on my skin. Ah ha ha ha, this is for the damaged goods, holding my boys down in the pit. The crowd roaring confusion, half booze, half gas, my vision blurred, darkness snipping at the edge. I started ready to collapse. Hey, hands off my brother! So Nick got me in trouble. This time it was music to my ears. Nick launched from us, twisting through the air. Get the vortex! His boot cracked across Ziggy's jaw, the sound echoing through the hall. The others erupted us again for the event to vortex, quick becoming a fan favorite. Ziggy stumbled back, breaking the assault. My knees gave out, but Nick was already catching me, holding me up as Ziggy fell to knee himself. Ziggy's hero to Dave, which Dave quick answered with a sigh. He dropped his chips and jogged into the ring. For a split second I thought we were in round 2, but instead he slung Gage's arm over his shoulder like a sack of laundry. Come on buddy, gotta go. 2 knees leave the arena as quick as Dave feet could carry Genji, which wasn't very fast. The crowd cheered as the ninjas shuffled toward the exit, Genji limping in Dave's grasps. And then it was Ziggy, still half kneeling, hand rubbing his jaw, grinning through the pain. Hehe, enjoy a little win, kiddos, soak it up. Just remember rule 273 of zero integer grappling, payback's a bitch. Revenge day is coming, see you in the yards. He slipped out under the ropes, smirk never fading, eyes locked on us the whole way out. For the first time it didn't feel like we just won a match, it felt like we'll be marked. Well folks, what a unique showing. Maybe let's get Security on standby for future appearance, huh? The crowd laughed nervously, the tension breaking. But more important, your winners advance to Tier 2 of Titan Gate Essential Wrestling, CJ Lightning and Nick Vianto. The cheers this time were pure, no laughs, no confusion, just noise shaking the walls. For the first time, this sound was for us. Thanks for the assistance, Nico. Anytime bro, so it took a minute to get there. Riding the vortex leaves you in the pardon the pun. On the other hand, those strikes that he pull on you look painful. Guess he really is a Tier 2 guy. Poison Flurry, the name rattled in my head. Was it just a gimmick, or was there really something more behind those strikes? Is poison his version of Nico wins? Either way, I knew one thing, Ziggy wasn't finished with us, not by a long shot. Regardless of the target that was on our back, Nico and I did it. We were on now moving on to Tier 2, it felt unreal. After drinking the applause for a short period, we went backstage. We stood on the curtain, we sweat still clinging to us, the roar of the crowd muffled behind the wall. Backstage was the whole different world, wrestlers tapping wrists, coach yelling at said wrestlers, crestfallen warriors who had obviously lost their match, as well as a few celebrations. It looked like Ziggy and his nature were long gone, probably had no interest in hanging around. If I could even wipe my face, official flag Nico down. Nico, where was it? Can I have a moment of your time? Nico shot me a blue green. I followed her a few steps, leaving me by the lockers. Well, looks like I got to sign some autographs. See you in a few, bro. I gave Nico a nod, hoping he'll get himself in trouble. That's when I felt my eyes. It was her, the same wrestler we noticed earlier. Lacing her boots, she was standing close now, arms folded, watching me like she's been waiting. Okay, wow, you two were amazing out there. I think you and Nick already have a fan club. You own that ring. Thanks, guess we got lucky. Give yourself a little credit, Sparky. Starch beats the crap out of luck. Sparky? You know, since your name is Lightning. She's already giving me a nickname, Sparky. Well, I've been called worse, even it sounds like a dog's name. I'm Sunny, by the way, Sunny Wild. Sunny Wild, huh? I can already see the name on the marquee. Not too measured, she definitely looks the part. You were watching the match then? Of course I was watching. You think I'll miss it with a guy yelling, "We have to write again," like it's Saturday morning cartoon? She laughed loud, unfiltered, the kind of laugh that could either be a compliment or insult depending on how you took it. Yeah, that sounds like Nico. Don't sweat it if flashy, but I can tell you're responsible for most of those plays. Tying the guy out so your part can hit the home run, that's so impressive teamwork. Now I'll start to get flushed. Ziggy's palm strikes don't hold a candle to these. Thanks. Come on, CJ. Nico will be shaking his head at this poor performance right now. Hey, don't fake me. Thank yourself. You are clearly the brains of the operation. Just don't let Nico hog out the spotlight, yeah? A team is only as good as both halves. She flicked a finger against my chest like she was punctuating the lesson. Sparks of adrenaline shot through me, way worse than any match nerves. Anyway, keep climbing. Spark, you inspire me to kick some ass today. Good luck in your match. With that, she turned on her heel, heading for the exit with a swagger like the old backstage was run away. I tried to breathe normal, but it was useless. Good thing Nick wasn't here to see that. You'll never let me leave it down. And like a clockwork, that's when he came jogging back, green plastered on his face like he just won another match. Hey bro, I saw you chatting up with Dottie from earlier. Dog. Oh yeah, her name's Sunny Wild. She was courageous on our match. She also got her match coming up. She said our match gave her some ideas. Well, if she busts out some Sunny Vortex move, I'll be sure to send her a bill. Yeah, so what did the official pull you aside for? Oh, that's just a little something called opportunity knocking. Say someone higher up wants to have a chat with me tomorrow. Higher up? Like someone from higher tier? Not just the higher tier, the highest tier, Vic Gallows. The name alone landed like a share shot. Cold heavy. I heard it before. Everyone in the pit had. People didn't even know what the suplex was knew him. Wait, the Vic Gallows? He was the current chief of operation for Titan Gate Assassin Wrestling, part owner, and while he considered the face of the industry, he is responsible for his recent success. Yep, chief of ops, the big boss, the guy outside who climbs the ladder and who gets buried under it. And guess what? He wants me. Did they say what it was about or anything? Didn't fill me on details, just say to come back here tomorrow, alone. That last part worried me a little bit. Maybe it was a hint of jealousy masquerading as worry. This meeting was for Nico, and Nico only. Alone, Guess that means you'll better not screw it up. Ha, wasn't planning on it, bro, but thanks for the vote of confidence. I could shake the feel that means something big, especially with the Vic Gallows name attached to this meeting. What's with the sour look? Worry I'm gonna surprise you, bro? Nah, just don't want you walking into something you can't walk back out of. In a way, it was correct. If you were moving up several tiers, we won't be much of a tag team. You could be much a superstar. I will be on the underground ground. That will miss much better. That won't make much sense. Please, we are talking to Nick Viet, Master of the Storm. I'll be fine. He said it with an usual swagger. If he had any words, he was exceptional at hiding them. Because was some higher up, he was the higher up. And whatever you want from Nick, it was want to change everything. The buzz of the crowd still echoed faintly from the hall. But for me, it was already faded to background noise. Tomorrow was supposed to be about our step into the yard together. Now it felt like a fork in the road that appeared overnight. Come on bro, don't look so grim. Tonight we celebrate, tomorrow we conquer. I want much his energy, but the ache in my chest where Ziggy's poison flurry and had landed still buried with every breath. Celebration will have to wait. Let's call it a night. I need to rest if I don't want to cough up along tomorrow. Ha, fine old man, bedtime it is. We didn't stick around to watch the rest of the card, not even Sunny much. The victory was ours, but my bar was already reminding me of the prize. I haven't beneath stinging my ribs, another weight lingering. Nico played it cool, but maybe, just maybe, the storm was starting to pull us in different directions. Well, looks like your hook survived your little warm-up act. Cute, real cute, but make no mistake, the yard ain't the big leagues. It's where the heat gets separated from the shaft. That ain't even top of mount. You got a long hill to climb if you want to hit superstardom. Eddie. Met a nice lady friend backstage, have ya? That's sweet, but let me tell you something, Junior. There's plenty of fish in the sea, and you haven't even got this one to bite yet. You fought a pile of food and a couple of ninjas so far. Funny warm-ups, but the bigger baddies, they are waiting. And trust me, the price of admission only going up. And those ninjas, Coach Ziggy, he made it really clear he's keeping tabs on you, might be looking to cash in a little payback. And Gallows, oh, he's watching. They don't miss a damn thing. When the big boss takes notice, your whole world's about to change. So lace up, kiddo. Dame's over. The real fight is getting started. It's like, it's not bad, but you can see what's gonna happen. Yeah, right. That we are a tag team, of course, but we gonna be separated by Nico. Because he want to be a star, right, about the spotlight. So basically what I see is that Vic Gallows will present him a deal to go to the high tier of wrestling, and you will accept to go there, right? He's gonna accept, what means he's gonna break up the tag team, because he's gonna say, I want to go there, I don't want to stick up with you, because maybe the deal is you need to cut with us. So he's gonna cut with us, go to the high tier, and we have to climb alone to then maybe, right, in the end of the full game, we have to face Nico to show that he was wrong. Is what I suppose. I think it's gonna happen. I can be wrong, right? The end can be against Vic Gallows too. It depends, but I think it's what's gonna happen. Yeah, Ziggy is the developer. That's interesting. It's the poison. Like, it's not bad. Of course, the game has voice. If you want to hear the voice, you can let on. But I prefer to read like that. I can read at my pace, not like wait for the voice to do the talk. But like, it's not bad because it's about wrestling. So if you are a big fan of wrestling, you're gonna enjoy this one. Like, I'm not like a super big fan because that time for me passed away, and where I live, right, where I live doesn't pass more wrestling, because it faded away, right? It was a moment, but like it's interesting to start because you see you are right, newbies that like to wrestle as kids. Then you are learning with your Master Hill, that was a champion too, and then you go for your first match and everything starts to happen. You face ninjas, that is kind of weird, that one doesn't care about to wrestle, right, is eating. The other is like, he's bad at wrestling, but then he gets nervous, right? He starts to do some moves, and he has a coach that is higher level, but he does a move to us that is poison, right? And we don't know if that has any effect to us or not, because like our master tells, that there is some elements of fighting that are powers for real. So maybe that has a poison on us. And then at the same time, Nico shows his move, that is Viento Vortex, and the higher up, the boss, right, Vigalus, offer him a deal, and we don't know about the deal, nothing. And what I'm thinking is, the deal is, you come to the higher league, but you need to break up with us. So instead of being a tag team, he breaks with us and he goes alone, and we need to go alone and go to the higher leagues, to always alone, and pass through all the challenge. And then in the end, is facing the Nico, our friend, right? Nico, or is facing Vicalos, is what I'm thinking. That's gonna be the end. But of course, the game doesn't have a date yet. But it's like, if you like wrestling and the visual novel, you're gonna enjoy this one, because every choice matters. Every choice matters, because you could see that doing that move, like if you swung that guy to the ropes, then Nick will enter and you'll miss Viento Vortex. But if you make him to the ground, the enemy, the Viento Vortex will hit. So that's a change that exists only to show that the choice matters. So, but it's interesting. So, like, if you like what you see, you can play. You can download the demo, go to Steam, download it, play it, give your feedback, and then if you like it, don't forget to wishlist the game because it helps the game to get more visibility on Steam. And when it comes out, doesn't have a date, you'll be notified. So hope you guys enjoyed, and see you guys on next time.